Hello and welcome to Express Radar for the Commodore 64, a Data East arcade original, in which you get to play the bad guy for a change. As the level message was saying, defeat the banker, and then you get a chance to defeat these coyotes, whereafter you will jump, I think it's called, on top of the train, and you have to fight your way towards the locomotive. You do that in a rather simplistic fighting game style combat, but if you look at the top middle of the screen, you can see there's a dual colored bar. If you get hit, it will go down, and if the enemy gets hit, it will go up, which means it's basically a tug of war kind of thing. A mechanic I do enjoy, I have to admit, because even though you get hit 3-4 times very quickly, you can still recover from it. As you cross the train cars, if you look at the top right corner, there's a timer. If that reaches 5 seconds, a bomb will appear on the thingamajig that binds the train cars together, and if that blows up, the train car gets disconnected, causing you to lose a life. From a graphical point of view, this is nowhere near the arcade original. Nowhere near. You can't necessarily expect that, but it is basically, from a graphical point of view, two completely different games. Level 2. Ride the horse, shoot the guys, avoid getting hit. No aiming indicator, so you'll just have to see where your shots land, and if you look at the top middle of the screen, instead of having the moving bar, you now have a box with individual units, and that indicates how many guys you have to shoot in order to progress the level. Back to comparison to the arcade original. The Commodore 64 version of this game is decidedly blocky, and that makes it very, very graphically different from the arcade original. Sound effects the sound effects are okay. The music is extremely repetitive and gets a bit grating after a while, I have to admit. But the gameplay loop is roughly the same as it is in the arcade, and ultimately games are about gameplay, and while this may not necessarily be the most advanced game out there, it has its place. It's enjoyable for what it is, even though it will probably be a touch frustrating for certain people. You do have the ability to duck on your horse, by the way, but I do find that mechanic extremely wonky. If memory serves me right, on the arcade you had a button for the ducking and the button for the shooting. Well, of course, with the Commodore 64 with a one-button joystick, you would only have one button to do both, which means you will have to hold down fire and push down on the joystick to duck, and you still try to shoot, and it gets a bit wonky. As we are completing this level, you will progress onwards to level 3. Surprise, surprise, which is basically just a variation of the first level, and the fourth level will be a variation of the second level, and that's more or less how the game progresses. I did say something about moving away from making 6 minutes videos, but in truth, there's not an awful lot to say about this game besides what you can already see on screen. I got this game many years ago as part of a box called History in the Making, which was a box containing 15 games, if I'm not mistaken. Games like Gauntlet, Winter Games, Infiltrator, What else was in it? Goonies was in it. I can't remember all the titles. It's been many years ago, but it was one of those anniversary boxes that was relatively expensive, but the price you paid per game was relatively low, so it was good value for money. And back then, I actually played this game quite a bit and got quite good at it, but yeah, it is what it is, and it isn't an awful lot, but I still find it somewhat enjoyable. So on that note, thanks for watching. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.